So you know how they say when you're buying a house, you shouldn't buy a new car? We just bought this absolute beast. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. He was saying we should put the company, like the logo on the door or something. I think so too.
You wouldn't have to do all the inside of the
Yep.
stuff, but I think
It's gonna be awesome. And then we're driving it to Kansas City. You know what I was thinking? You know how many times people have asked me to move pianos?
Yes.
This is the perfect vehicle for that. I'll be like, I can move 12 pianos for you. We also got this thing, which is a trencher, which can be used to dig out the ground so we can run the underground feeder lines from the power pole into the house. So when we're using this thing, we've got this little, what did you call that?
PTO.
A PTO, which basically engages like a secondary motor or something.
It's a hydraulic pump.
A hydraulic, okay. That engages the hydraulic pump to actually power the crane. And then there's just this is like a little pin that will open it. Beautiful. Pretty sick. If there's anything you need for HVAC stuff, we have snips here. Obviously, me and Landon have impacts. Unless you left your stuff here, the like special.
Yeah, I did. That's great.
I think this is fine. Can you pull the handles? Should I try and lift that door with the skid steer? Can you guide me to get on this pallet? I can't see nothing, so. So today, we didn't have a ton of work for the crew, so I said, come on over to my house. So we're pulling out all the siding, got Zach, Abraham and Edwin, the pimps I call them. Oh yeah, we don't need no stinking electrical. Clock is ticking because with the electrical being exposed, or sorry, the siding and the exterior sheathing being exposed. So now I gotta figure out my exterior system so that way I can get it covered back up before it gets dumped on or something. So while those guys are doing that, my dad is back and we're gonna hopefully finish up, well, not finish, but get a good chunk of the HVAC done. And Landon came.
That's right.
That's right. And Landon's also weekend warrioring his own house. He's kind of did something cool where the upstairs, their main level, they closed off completely from their downstairs, and then they're turning the downstairs into like its own unit, basically.
Added a bedroom and a bathroom, and there's full kitchen, full laundry room already down there.
It's pretty lit, kind of a smart I don't know what you call it, but like turning your own home into an investment. And they also have a detached garage that someday they're gonna turn into an Airbnb as well. So I'm sure I'll be helping when it's time to do that. But in the meantime, he's helping me run some HVAC, so that's awesome. Something my dad was saying is we'll think like a framer, which really what we mean when we say that is we'll think like we do as framers, which means we're going to pre-lay out where the vents are going to be coming from above the trunk, because the trunk is going to go across here, through here, and then over and into the bays. So what we're going to do is we're going to pre-lay out where those supplies are coming out, and we're going to cut the holes ahead of time just to make the joints and everything much, much easier.
Maybe look to make sure that we're
In line. I've got Sharpie marks that I can see too. To me, we're pretty good. I'm like a ½ inch offset from the edge of the joist, but I think it will be just fine.
Yeah, like, are we all the way against the wall?
Yes.
Okay, we're good.
Push it to me a little.
You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I see why the drives are.
Exactly. Not less than 10.
Good day to be 5 inches taller. I'm gonna show you this ductwork, but first, literally right as my camera died, Jonathan, who's the meth cook, literally just walked down the stairs, like right as we finished putting up the ductwork, and was like, hey, just checking it out, like just seeing how things are looking. I was like, hey, I don't think you're allowed to be here. Like they told me to call if you show up. And yeah, then he was like, oh, okay, whatever, and left. So I called the cops because that's what I've been instructed is the best course of action when dealing with him. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, he showed up and was like, you guys find anything weird? Like you find anything odd while you're working through here? I'm like, there's lots of holes in the ground.
everything that you've done.
Yep, yeah, we found some cool, the previous owner did some cool mods. But anyways, let's check out this ductwork. So you can't see it now because it's on the top, but we pre-cut for our chases, is that what it would be called? Or return air ducts above. So that's already cut in the top. And then this is the one side that we couldn't pookie while it was on the ground. We're just hitting now. So it'll be all sealed up and ready to roll. And we'll be ready to hit our next one. And the cops may or may not be showing up, so we'll see. You can see the guys are making good progress in the back of the house, even pulling out the deck railing. Zach's gonna take the trailer to dump it and to also dump because I don't have a toilet here. That's right, the double dump special. And then we'll rip this deck out here, chop it up, throw it in the trailer. Then I gotta sign some paperwork for the cops for my buddy. We're almost ready to put up our second duct. The deck is coming down. Rest in peace. The biggest thing, Zach, just be careful. I don't want to jack up that window well underneath. So when we're like cutting it apart, I don't want to like drop anything on it. That one window well is my prized possession.
Not a scratch.
All right, so I think now's a good time to rip out the deck. We could just run the Sawzall through like this joist bay. You know, it'll be easier, dude. Let's just cut out a section of the deck boards so we can run a chain around a joist on each corner, and we'll just take the whole thing off in one piece. Because then we can just run that with the skill saw, because that Sawzall is not working the best. So now to remove the deck without dropping it on the window well that's below it, my thought is we'll use some chains, kind of wrap it around the framing on each corner. We'll try to basically lift the deck out all in one piece, or at least we'll try. Our secret weapon. And then I think for our outer ones, I think we run them around the beam. Try to keep it all like chained to one side, because that'll keep it from being able to tip.
Okay.
And we can pull more this way and then chain these like that to then take up more length. I'll boom out a little further so we're more centered. All right, here we go, I guess. There we go. Well, there we go. I guess this will be easier to take apart now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Man, look at this freaking just pit now. Like, you don't notice it so much with the deck there. I gotta put dirt back in here, so it's kind of like the other side. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see like the paint on the edge of the foundation. So now we are going to run to Home Depot, grab some more OSB so we can patch up some of the holes in the house, which you can see we've got some. It looks a lot uglier now that the siding is off of it. But what's fun is we get to take the beast, the F700 itself. So anyways, let's roll, shall we? The bench seat too is insanely goated. And 15. I love this truck so much. Beautiful. I'll just throw these in the cab and we'll just throw the pipe right over the middle. So now, the next thing we're gonna do is patch this in. We picked up some OSB, picked up some nails. Now it's time to fill the holes. All right, well, the sun is going down and I've got dinner plans, so I'm heading out. I'm actually heading to my sister's house, gonna replace some window trim for her, and we're just gonna make an evening out of it, because why not? But yeah, man, what a day. Having the crew here to help. We had Abraham and Edwin. I don't know if I introduced you guys to them, but they are just absolute workhorses on the team. So much gets done every time they're on site, and I couldn't be more grateful. Yeah, they were here. My dad, Landon, my brother-in-law, Zach and Troy were here, so we had quite the crew. Luis was also here in the morning. He brought the F700 down because we need an extra driver to do that, obviously. So, but anyways, making some good progress. All the siding is off. Gonna see if I can figure out what route I'm gonna go with the exterior insulation and the WRB so I can get this thing wrapped back up and hopefully get some windows installed as well. So anyways, appreciate you for sticking around, watching, listening to me yap, watching me do sketchy crap, and watching me build my dream house from a meth house. So thanks y'all, see you later.